everyone, my name is Adebola Shelby and I'm here to introduce the one and only Dr. Njakiri Damages.
Welcome to the show. My name is Dr. Damages. We're coming to you from the greatest city in the world,
New York City.
Yes. New York City is so great that a license to operate a taxi cost $1 million. Oh yes, medallion, $1 million. Well, I need to say that was before Uber came. Oh yeah, before this, you know that this year alone, 5 taxi drivers in New York City, they've killed themselves because their income dropped due to competition with Uber and other rides. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, they killed themselves. They just could not make enough money to maintain their families.
Wow.
Now you may be saying, why should this concern you? I was a former taxi driver. I was a driver when I was in medical school.
Wow.
Like all the rest, Tinubu them. I still have African brothers who are still on the job. They begged me to start the show today by telling their families in Africa that things are hard. Things are hard. So when you ask for money, just know that things are hard. Now I had to get it out of the way because some of you do not watch beyond the first 10 minutes of the show.
We know you.
You think we don't know? We know. Google tells us what's going on. Cambridge Analytica, they tell us what's going on. By the way, did you hear about the news about Google? Did you hear that?
Yes,
Wonderful. The European Union fined Google $5 billion for antitrust. $5 billion. Now, for those of you who do not know what antitrust means, it is the kind of thing that Lego Dangote does in Nigeria. And very soon, all over Africa. He's coming, coming to a city near you. Now, I said it. Okay, what will happen? He will stop advertising on our show. That is a price I am willing. That's the price I'm willing to pay for saying the truth. We will survive without his advert. Do we have advert on this show? So $5 billion in fine. Yeah. And guess what? Despite the fine, Google's second quarter revenue jumped up to $32.6 billion. That is more than the budget of Nigeria, this Africa's second largest economy. Yet, all of them. Yet, some people stated their children to go and get an oil block. All the oil blocks in Nigeria did not bring in 1 year the revenue of Google in the first quarter of the year.
Yes.
You look confused. I told you to stop watching again and again that Kosio Jacob's dancing in swimsuit. I told you to stop. It eats up your brain styles. A quarter means every 3 months. Is that
That is correct.
So you hear about Google and Facebook and Twitter and you think African politicians will adjust their mentality. But no. They are still fighting over oil blocks, holy books, and tribal marks. Damn, that is so cool. Don't you think so? Sasha! Oil blocks, holy books, and tribal marks. These are African triple tragedies. This weekend, voters in Zimbabwe will make a statement on how far Africans have come. Yeah, the country's presidential election is taking place on Monday. It's between 2 main candidates, President Emerson, yes, and the main opposition leader, Nelson. That one is like Showeri your man. Polls suggest that a tight race is what we're going to see.
Yes, that's good.
Unless the witches of Zimbabwe intervene. None of them is expected to win 50% needed to avoid a runoff. And you can be sure that Robert Mugabe will be somewhere laughing at them. Because when he used to run, he used to win by landslide. He just cannot understand what are they doing. Now, presidential candidate Chamisa, you know him, told Zimbabweans to pray and fast for their country. I don't blame him. There's already traits of violence, intimidation, and fraud in the final days to the election. It's already just like any African country. And he committed to give his sister to the president if he should lose.
Wow.
That's why he's worried. He has to, after begging them to pray, he went to church to pray. Take a look.
This presidential candidate, Randuma Tsuga Diamandai, from today, O Lord, I've released the anointing of God, the grace of the Holy Spirit.
You know, the prayer was the anointing was coming. Guess what the prophet saw on his hand?
What?
They did not have oil block in Zimbabwe, so the prophet saw the next best thing.
What was it?
Take a look.
And on his hands, as I was praying, I saw his hands coated with minerals. I saw chrysoprase, chrysolite, jacinth, diamond, gold.
I told you. You know, that is Africa's. It's always extracted minerals, holy books, and tribal marks. That's it. The triple tragedies.
Yes.
Now, we hope that the day after, voters, whoever wins, that Zimbabwe will start to make progress in becoming a great country that it ought to be.
Yeah.
That's our hope, you know?
Yes.
Now, talking about great countries, in Kenya, 30,000 residents of the slum town of Kibera were rendered homeless.
Homeless?
Last week, when government bulldozers moved in at dawn to demolish their homes. Exactly. The residents were just given 2 weeks eviction notice.
Oh, wow.
And at the expiration of the 2 weeks, their homes, including churches and schools, were knocked down. Take a look.
Kibra, in the wee hours of Monday, earth-moving machinery, including tractors and excavators, were up to a task. The 14-day notice for hundreds of Kibra residents to evacuate and pave way for the construction of this road had lapsed, and today marked the beginning of demolition exercise targeting illegal structures.
Wow.
I know. This is Africa.
Terrible.
This is your Africa. I bet you churches were also destroyed.
Yes.
Because where there are poor people, there must be churches. There must be churches now. Not one, churches.
Within minutes, several structures had been flattened. Schools and even churches were not spared. Now, some of the residents here were caught off guard in this early morning demolition that began around 3 a.m.
There are 3 churches where you live, isn't it? Kenyan officials were saying that the residents were living there illegally. Some of them, they've spent their whole life in the slum.
Wow.
Now they have to give way for a road.
Yes.
And they went to court, and twice they lost.
Wow.
The judges said that it was in public interest.
Wow.
I said, fine. Who are the public? Does that not include the slum dwellers? Are they not part of the public?
Exactly.
I don't understand it. According to Amnesty International, the government had agreed to a settlement plan before the eviction.
Oh, okay.
But they did not fulfill the promise. And they must have Buhari somewhere there. But hey, these are poor people, you know, and they will always find their way, don't you think?
Yeah.
Now, without settlement for these poor people, this is what will happen. These 30,000 homeless people will go and build a new slum somewhere else in Nairobi.
Right.
That's it. Last year, Dr. Damages was at the slum, and he met some fascinating people.
Wow.
Take a look. I'm a doctor, you know.
You're a doctor? Eddie, I'm a nurse.
You're what?
A nurse.
You're not.
Yes.
Do you listen to music?
Yes.
What is your favorite music?
Baby moon hanging a collabo.
Oh, that's the video.
Yeah.
I know. I've been to many places. Now, I feel for them. These are my friends, you know. I feel for them.
Yes.
Anyway. Talking of settlements and slums.
Okay.
Last week, some Nigerian politicians were booted out of the slum called the ruling APC. Okay. They were not technically booted out.
Yeah.
Bulldozers. They decided to migrate to their former slum, the former ruling party, PDP. You know, the reason was that the current ruling party, the APC,
yes,
that came to power in 2015,
right,
with the promise of change, has failed to bring about change. Okay, I agree, they brought negative change, but that's not change. So some of the politicians from the National Assembly and state offices decided to defect, and return to their former slum. Former home. Yeah, they are like the slum dwellers in Nairobi. You know, these Nigerian politicians simply moved from one slum to the other. unlike some of you, I wasn't surprised. Were you surprised?
No,
I wasn't surprised.
I was
They were born in the slum.
Yes.
And the slum was born in them.
Yes.
So they just kept on. You can't take it. You can't do that. No. But being that it was Nigeria, it came with drama.
Aha.
Watch.
Gale of defections hits the National Assembly as 14 senators and 37 House of Representative members dump the ruling All Progressives Congress.
You see, it was straight out of President Olusegun Obasanjo's playbook.
Yes.
It was a Tuesday morning coup. The plan was to keep the Senate president and his deputy,
yes.
Keep them at home, not to get to the chambers.
Yes.
While the pro-Buhari senators were to move in and remove them from power.
Aha.
Move in and remove them from power. That was the plan.
They remove them from power.
Guess what happened?
Yes.
Senate President Saraki got wind of the plan.
Aha.
He left his house through the back door at midnight and drove to the Senate in a very, very rickety car.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, that's Sahara. Sahara reported it. I mean, if it's on Sahara, it must be true now. Yeah. Did you see the story? I'm not the one who reported it. Now, rickety car. Now, only my vigilant crack reporters got the picture of the car that Saraki used and the driver.
Wow.
Take a look.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Ruben. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Sorry. Unbelievable day. The Buhari government was so incompetent in their execution that they made Bukola Saraki look like a sympathetic figure. People were getting sorry for him.
I know.
Watch him as he was reading the names of the senators who defected. He looked so tense. Take a look.
North, Central, Yosho, Obo Central, hereby inform that we don't sign a changing our political affiliation from the All Progressive Congress to the People's Democratic Party. We thank you for your exemplary leadership as always. Yours sincerely.
Wow.
Yep. It was a master stroke. Saraki ended the day by adjourning the Senate until September 25th.
Wow.
Bad boys. He even took the maize home just to make sure that nobody does any tricky business. Can you imagine that they will be paid for 2 months without doing anything?
Wow.
Do you get that kind of vacation here? We knew what happened on Tuesday was a coup.
Yes.
Because even Olisa Metu, the former PRO of PDP, was seen without his neck braces, celebrating the victory. did you see him? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He threw common sense out of the window. Now, the same thing happened in the House of Representatives. 50 House members switched parties.
Wow.
Yeah. As it stands now, PDP and APC are both claiming to have majority in the chambers. It all depends on who is counting.
Yeah, I know.
Buhari, who is yet to respond to the NYC forgery scandal of Anti-Kemi, issued a statement wishing the defecting lawmakers well.
Wow.
Even Buhari's most ardent supporters are now wishing him well. They are saying that, this is where righteous indignation takes you. Where he is now. Now, if Buhari digs himself out of this hole and wins the 2019 election, he will officially become a grand winch.
Hey!
Winch. Hey! If he should win after all these things. Now, in sports news, Super Eagles coach, local coach, not the male one, Salisu Yusuf, was caught on camera receiving bribe. What? He took $1,000 from fake football agents who wanted him to select players for the African Cup of Nations. So, do you know this? Yeah. Look at it.
So if everything goes through and those players are able to get the contract, you will get 15% off that contract.
Wow! What a shame!
Imagine if this man is in charge of the European players.
I know.
Who have real money. How much money he will be pocketing every game. You know what I mean?
Enough money.
You know what I mean? The last time Yusuf took our boys to a competition, we lost 2 times.
Twice.
It makes me wonder, was he collecting money and putting in boys that are not playing well? Do you think these are the things you should be thinking about? That may be what's going on,
Yes.
The people like this, look at his face.
Nonsense.
I tell you, we need deliverance in Africa.
The commander of heavenly battalions, watch him. That is a man of power. This is doctor.
Okay, not the kind of deliverance that we see from our pastors and apostles and prophets. No, not that type. No, not that. A self-described. Yes. From now on, we need to qualify the title of this common man.
Yes.
Sorry, I mean this holy man as self-described.
Do not touch the
I mean, I didn't wake up one day and call myself a doctor. Why should they wake up and say they are prophets and apostles?
Nonsense.
What nonsense? They shouldn't do that. Now, a self-described prophet Chukwemeka Onamere of the Mountain of Holy Ghost Intervention Delivery Ministry in Onitsha, Anambra State.
His name is sweet.
His name is long, he does everything. He cures everything. Was seen on video slapping and hitting members of his church in a bid to make them feel the anointing.
Wow!
Take a look. I know. Now, a little girl that he shook so violently cried even after the deliverance. Members who did not fall when he shook them were pulled down by ushers. Take a look. This is wonderful. Only in Africa. Only in Africa do you see this kind of things going on, and they call it church. Who did this to us? How did we reduce ourselves to this level? By the way, this is a special edition of Dr. Damage's show.
Yes.
7 years ago this week.
Yes.
I started this small thing called Dr. Damage's show. It was an idea that I carried in my head for a long time. Then in 2011, I walked. Yes. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. You are a constant.
When are you going to show us your certificate?
I'll bring it. I used to bring it on the show because people were questioning. From John Hopkins University, medical school. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. I'll bring it next week so that because Auntie Kimi cannot bring up that fake thing, Then in 2011, I worked with Omoyele Sowore and Adiola Fayon covering the 2011 presidential election right here in New York City. After that, I decided to launch Dr. Damage's show with their support, Now, Adiola Fayon was the editor and director.
Yes.
Take a look at the first episode. I'm pained that the governor of Ekiti State, Governor Kayode Fayemi, could not find a solution to the problem. Now I'm going to give the governor a solution to the problem. Instead of traveling abroad and having town hall meetings, I think the governor should go home, put together a team of petition writers from Ekiti State. Can you see?
She has not started that show.
No, she hasn't started. So look at the first episode. Did you notice how young I was? I was very young then. The show has grown since those early days. So were the people who were around the show, from the beginning.
Yes.
Omoyele Sowore today is now a presidential aspirant. What does that mean? Does that mean that he doesn't have a party yet? and Adiola Fayon has gone to become a mogul in her own right with her Keeping It Real show as #1 on cable. Is he on cable TV? He's on YouTube. Anyway, as for your good old doctor, I'm still here diagnosing. You know what I mean? I thank you all who have continued to watch. As long as you continue to watch, we will continue to diagnose.
Yes.
I said we because I have my team here.
Yes.
I have my team here.
Yes.
They may not be on camera, but they work hard behind the scene. Hi Sasha, how are you?
Yes.
We are here because you and you are there because we. Thank you very much. We thank you. Now, to mark our 7th year anniversary, we are offering an Air Nigeria ticket to any country of your choice.
Yes.
You look surprised. Don't you know that Nigeria, we now have a national carrier?
Hey!
Oh yeah. It is called Nigeria Air. We took away the airways. It's now Nigeria Air. It will start flying in December. So don't start rushing to the airport. Don't start rushing to the airport. Unlike the Kenyan airline, the Ethiopian, the South African, the Ghanaian.
Yes.
Ours will be owned by investors. Yes. If your name is not an investor, we're sorry. We're sorry. What's your name? You don't sound like an investor. We're sorry. Because our government is a prodigal son. We can only allow the government to own 5% equity in the airline. You know?
I know.
But $300 million that we need to set up and to run it for 3 years, it will come from our government.
Yes.
You know, your money beautifully transferred to investors without passing through your hand. That's what they're doing. You see, unlike Obi Ezekwesili, I hope the airline succeeds.
Yes.
I want a plane that I will enter and get treated like a Nigerian.
Yes.
I want to be able to eat eba and egusi on board. And everything on board. I want to be seated according to my catchment area. I want the air hostess selected in line with our federal character. I want the toilet to stink like the toilet of Nigerian embassies abroad. I want the government officials to board the airline with siren blazing. I want the whole Nigerian experience. What could be better than that?
Yes.
No more foreign air hostesses snubbing me the way our Minister of Finance is snubbing Nigerians who want to know if she is a cook for presenting that fake NYC exemption. Nonsense.
It was a mistake, doctor.
Nonsense. This is something we call secrets of
picture.
It's based on the premise that the picture is worth more than 1,000.
Wow.
Now the picture that you're looking at is that of a man pulling a truck with a bicycle. They said that was the picture that the government of Nigeria saw and finally said, you know what, we are banning syrup with codeine.
Wow.
They said that's it. This. Look at it.
Codeine diet.
And if you think this is bad, just imagine what a man will do after drinking donkey urine. Which is what they are doing now. That's a replacement.
Yes.
I mean, they can't afford, they can't find syrup with codeine. They can't ban that one unless they kill all the donkeys. Imagine what the man will do after drinking donkey urine.
I know.
Have you drank donkey? Here are some stories making headline news across Nigerian newspapers this week. Oh, this is good. Protection of human rights, cardinal objective of Buhari's administration, says Lai Mohammed. Even the microphone. Look at the picture. Even the microphones in front of Lai Mohammed were cracking their brain in amusement. They couldn't believe it. Look at the microphone. They couldn't believe that the man could utter such amusing statements.
I know.
Nonsense. 2019, Atiku declares presidential bid, tackles Buhari. By my count, this is the third time that Atiku is declaring for president this year alone.
I know, yes.
You know what his goal is? He wants to do it so many times that the FBI will be confused which Atiku is which. They will be like, this one declared the other day. Which one? They will miss him. They will confuse. They will think there are multiple Atikus. It's one Atiku. It doesn't matter how many times he declares, it's still the same rating that he will get. The Atiku is still the same Atiku.
Yes.
Nonsense. This one is good. This one is for you.
It's for me.
Bishop Oyedepo tells Buhari to resign and get out of office. You see, at least we give Oyedepo credit. For one thing, he did not hide behind God to issue his order. He didn't say that God told me.
Yes.
He said, get out! Unlike a certain prophet that I know. Oh, no, there's one more. Social media is a technology available to those criminally minded. Says Ibrahim Idris, the IG of police.
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Transmission.
Yeah, transmission
man. Which one is better? Help me. To be on your bed with your criminal mind, posting on Instagram pictures of you and your girlfriend using your phone, or to be on the street committing crime with government issued guns.
Wow.
Which one is better?
I know.
Can somebody ask IG that question? His people are on the streets, they committing crime with guns that were given to them by government, and he's talking about criminal. To collect money. Nonsense. It's time for your agege bread. Hey, she dressed like agege bread today. I mean, you don't have your uniform. Agege bread is never uniform. Is it? They're different kind of
different shades.
Every day, different.
Yeah, well, top the brown.
Where'd you get that theory from?
I used to eat agege bread with akara. Put akara inside. You know, yeah. You don't know this. You are lucky. You know, you are lucky. But you are without knowing it, you are represented. Do we have emails today?
Everyday doctor.
Okay, let's hear it. But what happened to your uniform? You have to write agege bread on the uniform.
Yes.
What happened?
I thought you said you ordered a new uniform for me.
I can't order for you. You have to. I don't know your size.
That wasn't what we discussed. Now you're going off script.
She's learning, you know. She's learning. She's catching up. All right. Do we have emails today?
Everyday doctor.
All right, let's hear them, please.
Our first email is from Chooks in Oklahoma.
Chooks, you know Chooks. Chooks, yeah, you know he came, that time.
Yeah, he was here like that.
Yeah, the other time. What does he want now?
Okay, and he writes.
Yes.
Please, what is going on what is the Nigerian consulate in Atlanta turning into? They are going around the country colluding with different Nigerian associations in different USA cities, collecting $100 from each individual to do a Nigerian passport.
What?
Please ask them if the money they enter Nigerian government accounts or now for individual pockets.
Ooh.
I suspect it's an individual.
You see, what's his name? Chooks, yeah. Chooks, thank you so much. I've heard about this thing that is happening, going about this embassy, some people going about collecting money from, and they collect cash. No checks, no credit card.
Nigeria.
I'm not sure this is going into the government coffers. I'm not sure. Meanwhile, our embassies abroad remain underfunded. They need money. See, my crack reporters, please page the foreign minister, Onyama. Let him know what is going on, because you don't want us to send behind the scene camera to investigate. These people who are doing this, we may have to start doing this.
Don't go too far. We have it one here in New York.
we have to start doing this. So they move around, go to cities. I hear that. We look into this. Next.
Our second email is from Enoma in Boston.
Oh, but these are American people. Nigerians in America.
We're international.
Yeah.
Your former.
Yeah, my former place where I used to. That's
you went to Harvard.
Yeah, I went there to study biology. If I went to Hopkins. Hopkins, yeah.
That's nice. We didn't know that. And he writes.
Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Damages.
Yes, man.
I just stumbled into your program on YouTube.
You see,
and I was so impressed.
People are still stumbling into this.
Why would you call yourself Damages? I foresee you changing it to Dr. Repair. Because you are doing justice to the ill manners of governments and religious bodies, especially in Africa.
Wow.
Nigeria as a nation has three major problems. They are pastors, politicians, and police.
Wow. The three P's. No, not P square.
Which I term
three P's.
Which I term triple P. Wow. How did you know he was going to say that?
Wow, I didn't know.
Do you have a live program for this show? Wow. I'll be interested in your constructive criticism show. Wow,
I like this guy.
Please keep doing justice to our world.
Thank you, my friend. Triple P. He got it right. About are we live? Are we? If you're here, we're live.
Yeah.
If you're home, we may be delayed in transmission and submission, confusion and comprehension. But if you're here, we're live. So you can come over here. Come over anytime. We see us live. We don't shoot this in our bedroom. Are we? No. Yeah. Not in our kitchen.
Okay.
Next.
Our third email is from Tony in Switzerland.
Tony. Tony forgot about me. Long time ago. Me and Tony. Yeah. Go ahead. Let me see what he wants.
And he writes.
Yes.
Dear Dr. Damages.
Yes, my man.
I'm a Nigerian.
I know. He's my friend, that you know. Okay.
I live in Switzerland.
Wow.
I happened to visit Nigeria last year. Please, I want to beg you to be doing your news in Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. Please, Nigeria is dying. The government has taken education away from the people, so they don't know what is happening around them. A lot of people in Nigeria can't speak English. Please.
Hey, thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. This idea has come up several times. Doing a translation in local language, dubbing it over, voiceover. You know what I mean? That thing they do, or closed captioning. But just that we don't have the resources to do it now.
Yes.
Even this one that we do, things are hard.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So So it's hard if you can't do it in English. We are struggling, you know. But if you can help anybody, somebody actually offered to translate to Hausa.
Wow.
So that people in the north.
I can do the Igbo version.
You can do the Igbo version.
You have to increase my rate.
I see. Things are working. What can you offer us? You know, help us to help you. You know, help us to help us. Yeah. If you can support us, she needs her uniform. I don't think she likes it. We have issues now. That's the last.
Yes.
Damn, I'm worried.
Yes, that's all we have for today.
Anyway, that's all the time we have for emails. Please keep sending your emails to drdamages at
gmail.com
and follow us on Twitter at
Dr. Damages
and on Instagram at
Dr. Damages.
Did you see Ed Nuts? That the Ed Nuts we said hi.
Yes.
Because you know, we put it out there and people were just abusing us, but we like them. Here's my concern for today. It's taken from page 419 of the book Unknown Poetry.
Unknown Poetry?
By Newton D. Becker.
Newton.
Yeah,
I know.
D, not B. D. Becker. And it says, the man who graduates today and stops learning tomorrow is uneducated the next day.
Wow. That's deep, bro.
That is so deep.
Yeah.
That is what is
very important. Yeah, that's what's killing us.
Yes.
Until next week, I'm Dr. Damages. I diagnose.
You heal yourself.
You get all these questions.
You know, I go far.
Doctor is educated every day.
Far. You know, every day, because the more you read, the more you
learn.
Has Baba Buhari read any books? Since he graduated.
No capacity.
The president. He's the president of your country.
Yes.
Shame on you.
Yes.
All right. So, what is the issue now? I get bread shoe. You know,
Doctor,
next week, get us a bread.
Last week,
last
week we discussed, and you said you were going to order a new dress.
No.
I've been waiting.
Do I know your size? Tomato juice. No, tomato juice is not here anymore. Sasha! Hey! Sasha!
She's tweeting already.